I was reading both of these, it was interesting to me to note that there were some people who were cranky with both of these women. And they were cranky for different reasons. So the sinner woman, she's way over the top expressing love. And if you read, it says that Simon the Pharisee thought to himself. Jesus reads your mind, just in case you wondered. He thought to himself, if Jesus were really a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. That's what he's thinking to himself. So he's cranky because his top priority is the whole sin concept, sin. And it's interesting, Jesus reads Simon's mind and Jesus says to him, Simon, I have something to say to you. Simon says, say on, teacher. Literally in the Greek, that's exactly what it says. Say on, teacher. And here's this woman just pouring out her heart, everything, tears, everything. And Jesus says to Simon, when I walked in the door, you never washed my feet. But since she's come in, she's been washing my feet with her tears and drying them with her hair. You didn't greet me with a kiss. And in that culture at that time, that was customary. It was normal. Even to this day, you go over to, Israel, some of the countries in the Middle East, and you greet everybody with a kiss. One side, sometimes, it's customary. You didn't greet me with a kiss. You didn't anoint my head with oil. But this woman has not stopped kissing my feet and has anointed my feet. And so Jesus, in essence, kind of pulls him out into the light and says, look, he who has been forgiven much. And he tells the parable. He says, there's a person who owes 500 denarii and a person who owes 5,000 denarii. Neither of them could repay the debt. But the person who had the power forgave both debts. And in essence, Jesus is saying, not only is she sinful, maybe she sinned a whole lot, but you're also, Simon, you're sinful. And you're not able to pay your debt any more than she is able to pay her debt. But I've chosen to forgive both of you, in essence. And Simon listens to this, and Jesus says to him, who do you think loves more? And Simon sheepishly says, I suppose the one who's been forgiven more. And Jesus says, you have judged correctly, accurately. And he says this, her sins, though they are many, have been forgiven because she loves much. And Jesus takes the cranky of Simon and he turns it upside down. And he says, you're concerned about sin. I have a higher priority for love. Love is more important to me than the sin that you're so obsessed with. And I think that's really powerful to consider. Very powerful because, and even the people around, as they observed and they're like, oh my goodness. And Jesus says to the woman, your sins are forgiven. And the people who are at the dinner table there, they think to themselves, who is this man that has the power to forgive? That's exactly what they say. They're all friends with Simon. So they have sin as this high priority, the most important concern. And Jesus flips that and says, sin, when you love deeply, you're forgiven much. He who's been forgiven much loves deeply. She has been forgiven, and she loves extravagantly, deeply, over the top. And it's such a powerful, powerful contrast for Simon and the sinner woman.